Hello, lovelies. Sean J here, and it's Thursday's Take. I hope this finds everyone doing splendiferous. I took last week off. Last week was last Monday, the 28th, was my mother's birthday. She would have been 79 years old, so I always take her day off. I go to the beach and honor her. And so that week was a little short for me, so work wise, I had to do things in 4 days. And so Thursday kind of came and went, as they say. So making up for it now. So I'm the home now, doing this for the people. Those of you who want to see it, who have been telling me. So there's several topics that people have brought up to me that I think are great topics, but they also require a guest, or someone to be a guest. And so one was interracial dating. The other one is I'll touch on this today, but I think Lisa Marie brought up a good point about what is this long-term singlehood, and going back into dating and trying to figure that out. So with that, this will be my take, and then when she and I get together, she's out in I think Colorado for a while. So when she gets back, hopefully we can get together, and then me and C are supposed to do one for interracial dating because he has some strong opinions on that topic, and I'm kind of open on it, So, and I'm having me a little decadent cocktail. I would have wine, but I needed some chocolate, so I have me a little Kahlua and some stuff in there. You don't even know what else is in there. Anywho, so on the matter of long-term singlehood, I think for me, going back into the whole dating field thing was happenstance. Met a guy and it just kind of happened, and then it was like getting to know them, and then getting to know someone else subsequently at the same time, and both not going in that direction but going somewhere else, which is fine. And so part of that conversation that I have with myself is also, am I ready, willing, able to have someone join my life, right? Because my life is really good. I am blessed and highly favored. I have everything I need. Keyword need. There's some wants, but I have everything I need. I have a house, wonderful dog, wonderful job, and my theater life is fantastic. So the decision to entertain having someone join my life is a big decision, because I have I wouldn't say a system, but a rhythm that once I'm in a project, involved with a project, it kind of takes over. And we in the theater always say, we get invited to something and we go, I have rehearsal. A friend of mine made up a poster for a show that we were in, and we've had t-shirts, we should have t-shirts that I have rehearsal, I can't have a show. And it does consume, a large portion of our lives. And having people in your life when you're a theater artist, when you're an artist, period, no matter what the genre, it can be challenging and somewhat difficult for that person to understand, comprehend what it takes, because you're there. It's basically, for me, it's having a second job. So I work a day job Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, 9 to 6, depending on the day. And then from there, if I'm involved in another show, I have rehearsal right after that. And depending on my role in that production, that could be Monday through Saturday. That could be Tuesday through Sunday. It could be any number of variations of that. If you're directing, it's every night. And if you're a large role, it's every night almost. And if it's a smaller role, it can fluctuate, but still you're working 2 jobs. So with that being said, finding a love match, a companion who is able to be okay with that, because I think you don't get to see that person a lot, especially when it comes to tech and their previews. You just don't. And in my case, I I am thankful and I appreciate it. Mine gets really busy, whereas I go to work, I go to rehearsal, I go to work, or I go to performance, I go to work, or I go to preview. When I have downtime, my little fuzzy ass is at home chilling with my dog on the sofa because I am taking care of myself, and I am an introvert. You know, I am an introvert with extroverted tendencies, but how I recharge is being alone. Real talk. But that is not always met with understanding when it comes to people who want to be with you. So I have been single now for my ex and I parted ways in 2005. Wow, it's 2005. And then in April 2005, I got my own place, my own house, and I have been single ever since 2005. Now there was a guy, Jeff, we were seeing each other for about a year, but we didn't, he wanted to be more serious. And my silly ass was like, I was having too much fun, sowing some oats because I had never gotten to do that. So we didn't connect after that. We parted ways, and it was good for him. And look, hindsight, I probably should have entertained that and actually should have gone for it. But he's happy. He's in a couple. He's moved on and moved away, and I wish him happiness and all that joy and stuff. But I just wasn't ready for him or ready for it with him. And then doing the work of examining that and going, what was that really about? And it was like a surprise because relationship was the last thing on my mind after being in my previous one. And so that was 2013. So that had been 8 years. So we were together 9. So they say it's a month for every year. It's 6 months for every year together. So I'm well past that. But I like being single, but then I don't like being single. I like being with myself, but I also like the idea of, occasionally waking up with someone, occasionally going to sleep with someone, sitting with someone on the sofa, watching some movies, going out for a little social gathering with friends. And most of mine would make friends. Like, I'm not a bar person. I'm not going to the dance club anymore because they don't play the kind of music that I like. So it's irrelevant now. But being able to do things, theater, which is my thing. But so I'm rambling. The dealio is long-term singlehood brings about challenges when it comes to getting out of that and meeting people, because I'm 52 and I know what I want when I want it, and I'm not like one to piddle about it. It's like, I'm 52, I like you, you like me, let's see where this goes. And that's the kind of way how I move. And so, but when you do that, it's like, ooh, if you allow yourself, it's like, ooh. And I go all in. I own that. And I know there's a part of me that wants that. But there's a part of me that also is like, what does that look like when it comes to the day-to-day? Because, again, I ain't moving in with nobody. And I really don't think anyone's moving in with me. Now, that's probably, I backpedal on that. I ain't moving in with anyone. I think it would probably be more likely that someone would move in with me who doesn't have a lot of stuff, because I have my stuff. And this is the thing about being long-term singlehood. You have your own shit. You're kind of set in your ways. You like things your way. And your residence, where you live, your life, is in the way in which you want it to be. So someone joining that's where the challenge happens, because I have a dog, we have a schedule, and being flexible with that, sometimes not flexible. Malik's got his own schedule. He's making noise in the corner right now. It's just that big thing right there. It's like, how do you make that work? Because I like my ways, my way. And then it means getting up in the morning, I have a routine. It's just having someone join your life and joining someone else's life is the conversation, is the challenge, is the task at hand when it comes to coming from long-term singlehood. But I entertain further questions, not questions, but comments with other friends who will join this conversation. And at some point, I will move beyond recording these with my phone and looking in a way at having someone, like take up this space here while I'm here and then stuff like that. But if you have any suggestions that you want to hear my opinion on, because this is my Thursday's take, which is my opinion, feel free. Drop it in the comments. Drop me a DM. Also, remember, single. If you know someone, I'm willing to entertain possibilities. See what happens. But again, I know it right away when I see it. So that's that. But that is it for now. I try to keep these short, but this one's a little long again. But again, we'll be talking later on other stuff. So keep your minds free and open. And that's it for now. So as always, be fierce, be fabulous, and most of all, be you. And I did not say this was for mature audiences only, but it's too late now. Smooches!